Listen to me very carefully. I need you to pause whatever else you're doing right now. Put the video game down, stop looking at other tabs on your screen. This is not just another random video. This is a wake-up call. I want to make you a promise right now. By the end of this video, you are going to understand exactly why you feel stuck in your life. You are going to learn how your own brain tricks you into being lazy, and most importantly, I'm going to give you the exact secret to breaking free and finally moving forward. If nothing changes in your daily routine, nothing changes in your life, deep down in the quiet moments when you are alone in your room, you already know that. You can feel it. It is that heavy, uncomfortable feeling in your chest. It is that little voice whispering that you can do so much more, but for some reason you keep hitting the snooze button on your own life. You have let comfort put you to sleep. Doing the same easy things every day has made you numb, and time is moving forward, taking away, whether you are ready for it or not. Here is the honest truth. You do not just magically float into great, successful life. You have to build it. You have to decide to make it happen. And building things take hard work. When you find it hard to change, you probably look in the mirror and call yourself lazy. You think you're just procrastinator, but scientists have a different name for what is happening to you. They call it status quo bias. But since we want to keep things simple, let's call it the stay safe trap. To understand this trap, I want to tell you a very famous story about fleas and a jar. Scientists once put a bunch of fleas inside a glass jar. Fleas are amazing jumpers. They can jump incredibly high. At first, the fleas easily jump right out of the open jar. So the scientists put a heavy glass lid on the top. The fleas kept jumping, but now, smack, they hit their heads on the glass lid. They fell back down. They jumped again, smack, they hit the lid again. A few days of getting tiny headaches. The fleas learned something. They learned to jump just high enough so they wouldn't hit the glass lid. They adapted to stay safe. Then scientists did something amazing. They took the glass lid completely off the jar. The jar was wide open. The fleas could easily jump out and be free. But guess what? None of them did. They kept jumping exactly the same height as the jar, just below where the lid used to be. They were trapped not by a real lid, but by the lid inside their own minds. You and I are exactly like those fleas. Thousands of years ago, the human brain was built for one main job: to keep us alive. Back in the days of caveman, trying new things was dangerous. If you walk down a new path, you might get eaten by a bear. If you ate a new berry, it might be poison. So our brains learned one rule. We are doing right now isn't killing us. Keep doing it. Do not change. When you sit on the couch and watch TV, your brain says, we are safe. We are saving energy. Do not move. Your brain actually thinks that trying a new hard thing is a threat. This means your lack of action is not because you are a bad person. It is not laziness. It's just your primitive brain trying to stay safe. Your brain is giving you a fake glass lid, but you are smarter than a flea. You can look up, realize the lid isn't really there, and choose to jump out anyway. Right now, you are probably making an excuse in your head. It is the most dangerous lie ever invented. You are telling yourself, it's okay, I will just do it tomorrow. I still have time. Let me tell you a story to show you why that is a trick. Imagine you win a crazy prize. Every single morning, a bank opens an account for you and deposits exactly $86,400 into it. You can spend it on whatever you want. Buy toys, buy games, buy food, give it to friends. But there is one catch. Whatever money you do not spend by the end of the day just vanishes. It disappears forever. You cannot save it for tomorrow. If you had that bank account, what would you do? You would spend every single penny, right? You wouldn't let a single dollar go to waste. Well, you already have this bank account, but it is not filled with money. It is filled with time. Every single morning, you wake up with 86,400 seconds. At the end of the day, any time you wasted is gone forever. You cannot get it back. You cannot save today's hours for tomorrow. A very smart man from ancient Rome named Senna wrote about this over 2,000 years ago. He said, "While we are waiting, life speeds by." Read that again. While you wait, life moves. Waiting is a massive trick. When you say, "I will do it when I feel ready," you are assuming that the universe owes you more time. But time does not send an alarm warning that it is running out. It just quietly ticks away. Do not be the person who waits for the perfect moment. The perfect moment does not exist. There is only right now. You might be scared to try new things because you are afraid of failing. Nobody likes to fail. It feels embarrassing. It feels bad. But let's look at the signs of how we feel when we get older. When scientists talk to very old people at the end of their lives and ask them, "What is your biggest regret?" their answers are always the same. They do not regret the times they tried something and failed. They regret the things they never tried at all. Think about Thomas Edison, the famous inventor who helped create the light bulb. It is said that he tried and failed to make a working light bulb more than 1,000 times. Imagine failing 1,000 times. Most people would cry and give up after 4 and 5 and never try again. But when someone asked Edison how it felt to fail so much, he smiled and he said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. I just found 1,000 ways how not to make a light bulb." That should be your and my way to face with stuff, not to give up. When you take a risk and fail, the pain is like a small scrap on your knee. It hurts for a moment, you put a bandage on it, and then it heals. You learn a lesson and you become smarter. The embarrassment fades away. But when you never try, that pain does not fade. It turns into the ghost of what you could have been. You will always wonder, what if I had started that YouTube channel? What if I had tried out for that sports team? What if I had studied hard for the test and the exams? What if I had tried a little harder to become a better son or father? You cannot fix what you never started. Do not let the fear of a small scrap stop you from running the race. Here is the biggest secret you need to hear today. The words you use to talk to yourself change how you see the world. If you say, "I'm stuck," your brain pictures a car trapped deep in the mud. The wheels are spinning, mud is flying everywhere, and there is nothing you can do to get out of it. Being stuck makes you feel helpless. I want you to erase the word stuck from your brain. You're not stuck, you're simply paused. Think about watching a movie. When you press the pause button, the movie stops. The actors freeze. Nothing happens, but you're not trapped. Why? Because the remote control is sitting right there in your hand. You can press the play button whenever you want to. A famous writer named James Clear wrote a book called Atomic Habits. He explains that changing your life is a lot like playing with dominoes. Have you ever seen those incredible videos where someone pushes over one tiny domino and it knocks over a slightly bigger one, and then a bigger one, until eventually it knocks over a domino the size of a door? Scientists have proven that a tiny 2-inch domino has enough energy to knock over a domino that is 50% larger than itself. If you line them upright, push one tiny domino could eventually knock over a domino the size of the Burj Al Khalifa. Your life does not change because you make one massive giant choice. It changes because you push over one tiny domino every single day. You do not wake up one morning suddenly strong, super smart, or famous. You build that person slowly, choice by choice, like stacking Lego bricks. So let me ask you, how many more mornings are you going to leave the movie paused? How many more days are you going to leave the domino standing still? You hold the remote control. You just have to press play again. So how do you actually do this? How do we escape the trap and start moving? First, take a deep breath. You do not need to fix your entire life today. Trying to fix everything at once is a trick your brain uses to overwhelm you. When you look at a messy bedroom, you might think this will take hours. So you just sit on the bed and do nothing. That is the all or nothing trap. Instead, just find one piece of trash and throw it away. Just push the first tiny domino. What you need right now is momentum. You just need to get the wheels rolling. You need to take one uncomfortable step to prove to your brain that the glass lid on the jar is not real. Open the textbook, do just one push-up, write just one sentence of your story, tell the truth to yourself. A lot of people think, I will start doing hard things when I feel more confident. That is backward. Confidence does not come from sitting around thinking about being brave. Confidence comes from doing. Think of life like a video game. In video game, you do not level up by standing safely and the starting village taking to the PCs. You only get P and level up when you walk out into wild, face challenges and battle the bosses, kill the monsters, or whatever that is. A very tough man named David Goggins, who runs 100-mile races, once said that going through hard things is the true test of life. He doesn't say that because he likes being sad or in pain. He says it because facing hard things is the only way humans level up. This is your wake-up call, because nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to do your homework for you, lift the weights for you, or chase your dreams for you. If you really think about it, that is not scary. That is awesome. It means you are the hero of your own story. You have total power. You get to choose trying hard over making excuses. You get to choose focusing over getting distracted by silly videos. You get to choose building a great life over just being comfortable. You get to choose. Yes, it will feel hard sometimes. That is exactly how you know you are doing something important. So hear this clearly and remember it for the rest of the day. You still have time, but your 86,400 seconds for today are ticking away. You still have massive potential inside you, but you have to jump to break the imaginary glass lid. You hold the remote control and the movie is waiting for you. This exact moment here right now is asking you a question. Will you wake up and press the play, or will you hit the snooze button and go back to sleep? Do not let your story be about the person who just stayed paused forever. This is your wake-up call. Now move. Thank you so very much for your time and attention today. Stop hitting the snooze on your life. I will see you in the next video.